Hi, hello, welcome to BEL English. Today we are going to look at an opportunity provided by a international banking company, Standard Chartered. This position is open for any degree holder, irrespective of your education stream. So you are open to apply for this particular job posting. The position name is Analyst Client Delivery, and it's open to apply across India. So anyone in India can apply for this position. It's a full-time position and a permanent job. So before we get into the details of this particular job posting, if you are new to the channel, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell button next to it so that you'll receive regular video updates on a daily basis. So this company is Standard Chartered. As people might already know what Standard Chartered and what line of business they are into. This position is with the Department of Operations and primarily in Indian location. So people who are in India can apply for this. It's a full-time job and a permanent job as well. So about Standard Chartered, so it's a leading international bank focusing on helping people and companies across Asia, Africa and Middle East. To us, good performance is about much more than turning a profit. So the company is actually looking for the values of a people it recruit rather than its profit turnover. So it's about showing how you embody our valued behavior, do the right thing, better together and never settle, as well as our brand promise. So the people they are looking is to be a promising person, and they have to do a right thing and better together and never settle for anything little. And they are supposed to work with the brand promises, and that in turn helps the company to grow and in turn makes them to serve better service to their clients. And they are committed to promoting equality in the workplace and create an inclusive and flexible culture, one where everyone can realize their full potential and make a positive contribution to the organization. So this is in turn helps them to provide better support to their broader client base. The roles and responsibilities of this position goes here on. Preparation and checking of documents relevant to limits approved by credit for customers. The primary job is to check and create a document based on the relevant limits approved for any customer. So it's basically a banking company where you'll have approvals of credit for each and every customer depending on their credibility and their banking relationship. So that's why you are there to prepare documents and check them before you proceed with the further process of those documents. And then once you create and check them, you are supposed to forward the document to the stakeholders and then thereafter submission to different set of departments. So you'll be taking care of creating the document, checking them, and then you have to submit it to the stakeholder for onward submission to the customer. So once that is done, the customer executed document has to be checked completely, and then that has to be submitted with the internal teams and the mandate submission. So once you submit those documents to the different departments, it is your responsibility to still monitor those documents to make sure they goes through different security checks and proper charge being filed with different government portals, and make sure these documents meet the regulatory norms of different governments and they are continuously passing through the next stage. The entire life cycle has to be monitored by you. So on satisfaction of the internal credits and security conditions, you have to make sure a certification is issued to the customer to utilize the limit that is being approved for them. So once that is done, the update the document thus received from the customer to internal. So once that is done, you have to update the documents received from the customer to the internal system, including valuation of insurance, etc., and into the appropriate modules of the system. It is all software oriented and software driven, where you will upload them into the system against the customer reference so that could be cross-checked in the future against the customer's actual relationship with the company. So, and these documents updated in the internal system are also submitted to the safekeeping with other internal departments. And once that is done, you have to execute the document with the relevant page numbers and the documentation are being correct. So these things has to be verified. That will be verified by the internal teams. The custody team will actually verify these documents for the perfections of page number, correct document number, and lodgement memo submitted by you. And once that is done, you are supposed to maintain the tracker altogether for these documents from start till end. The life cycle has to be tracked in order to make sure it adheres to the turnaround time committed. So every job has to be completed on a specified turnaround time. Without a turnaround time, there is no point in having a customer service where you will be actually facing difficulties in meeting the customer need if something is getting deviated from that of the promised timing. The documents that are being approved on the internal system has to be properly signed off with the memo, and then the document need to be scanned, numbered and uploaded to another internal system so that the virtual image of the document is available for the business to view while working further deals for the same customer. As we were saying, it will be uploaded against the customer so that the customer's entire profile would be available for cross-checking or verifying them during the future reference or future deals with the customer. So arrange the physical documents in a safe and bank dockets against each customer. That has to be kept properly against the dockets of each customer. So once the confirmation is complete, all these activities has to be sent to the stakeholders. So make sure the completion process is done with the stakeholders, and the copies of these documents are taken and couriered to the customer as per the regulatory norms. And the relevant registers of same are updated, including key register, which is mandate for operations of safe as well. So lead through example and build appropriate culture and values. So you have to lead through the example. You have to set up an example as a benchmark for other working colleagues and working employees, and you have to build an appropriate culture and values in your working atmosphere. It's all about being a team player and making sure that resources are rightly chosen and working on the organization and on your team. Set an appropriate tone and expectation from their team and work in collaboration with the risk and control partners. So you have to make sure you are properly composed and the proper interaction is happening between the teams. It's all about behavioral aspects of individual resources against teams. So you'll be working with a number of teams. You have to make sure you have a proper composed behavior over there with the proper tone as well. So ensure provision of ongoing training, development of people. Ensure that holders of all critical functions are suitably skilled and qualified for their roles, ensuring that they have effective supervision in place to mitigate any risk. So you have to make sure the training and development process happens appropriately to the people, and all the functional areas are being trained properly and their roles are made clear for them, and that is being supervised as well. Employ, engage, retain high quality people. As we were discussing, the team members and the colleagues has to be in a same way aligned with the organizational goals. The succession planning for critical roles. So you have to plan a succession. So that's like having a continual operational plan, so that to make sure you won't suffer a loss of a people or a loss of an employee all of a sudden. So you have to create succession plan as well, and responsibility to review the team structure and capacity plan, set and monitor job description objectives for the direct reports, and provide feedback and reward in line of their performance against responsibilities and objectivities. So the qualification the company is looking for is freshers. Any freshers can apply for this particular position, and even if you are a tenured person with a minimum of 1 to 3 years, you are still open to apply. But this is completely an opening for complete freshers who have completed any degree irrespective of your mainstream. So I have given this details of job posting along with this posting link on the below description box through a reference website. You can access it through the website. You can go through the post yourself, and once you go through the post, you have to apply it online by clicking this particular option like apply online. Once you apply online, you'll be taken to the privacy agreement, where you have to go through the privacy agreement. This is with regard to the details which you are about to provide in their website, your personal details, education and experience, and other set of details which you're going to upload in their website. And that's why you have to agree this privacy statement. Once you agree, you'll be routed to creating your profile. So if you have a user account with the Standard Chartered recruitment portal, you can very well use that credential to log into the portal. If not, you can go with creating one. And if you are already having a proper profile, a professional profile with LinkedIn, you can very well use that to sign in. LinkedIn is where you can actually create your professional profile. That will be of more useful for you to create your profiles across different MNC portals, where most of these companies would look for someone who can create directly in their website. You can actually use your LinkedIn profile and log in using it, so that it will pull all the details and the professional details from your LinkedIn profile with your approval. So you can do that. If not, you can still create your profile. So using your email address and create a password. They have a password norms here, which you have to make sure your password has 8 characters and one lower on one uppercase and numerical character. So this is how the password has to be, and you shouldn't have two identical consecutive character, and the password shouldn't have your name. So once you create, you will be routed to your profile creation page, where you will be updating about your personal details, about your education details and your employment details, and about few questionnaires where you will have to go through for applying for this particular position. So once you do complete that process, you'll be all set for applying this position. So you'll soon hear back from the company through the email address which you have given. So make sure you give a valid email address in order for the company to reach you and give you an update regarding your job application. So if you have any questions or queries regarding this job posting, please feel free to let me know in the below comment section. I'll be pleased to assist you. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Do not forget to share it with your friends. Support the channel and subscribe the channel. Click the bell button next to it as soon as you subscribe, so that you'll receive regular video updates. Subscribe the channel. Please do not forget to subscribe to it. We'll see you soon with another interesting new job posting. Till then, take care guys. Bye bye.